Hey guys, welcome back to the Good Music Podcast. I'm Eli.
And I'm Miles.
So we have video now. First video episode,
This
Miles.
is crazy.
You want to explain a little bit about the set?
Yeah, so we are in Eli's room right now. He's been working a lot on getting this set together. It's looking really good. We got some records behind us, as you can see. That will probably change each episode because we're both going to be bringing in our own records. There's not any hints there. We just brought the ones that we thought were cool.
No, it's actually an ARG. It's actually an ARG, and so you're gonna have to decipher the Malrixian code behind cipher behind that. I don't know. You're gonna have to decipher the Malrixian cipher behind that and figure out whose child we're keeping in our basement. So yeah. that's the meaning behind the records mostly.
Also, you can probably notice the height difference. This is the putting on chair. I will be playing an album.
He's gonna be putting me on,
and that is
he's gonna be turning me on to some music.
Yes,
so.
This is the second episode, first with video of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
We're very excited.
So the idea behind this, well, my idea at least was, I mean, besides the fact that I love this beanbag and sitting in it, is that it's kind of like, well, we got the person, they're locked in, they're dialed in a desk chair, like doing the research for the album, and then the person who's listening just gets to enjoy and be put on to some good music. And we hope that you can all at home be comfortable like I am right now and just enjoy.
Vibe out.
Yeah, just enjoy the vibes. Just vibe out. Chillax. Auramax. Springcore Auramax with us.
What the fuck?
I gotta stop talking.
I should do my thing.
Yeah, so we hope you like the video, and Miles will be putting me on a record today, and so I'll give it away to him.
Let's get right into it. So, all right. Well, before we get into it, let me take you back in time. Picture this. It's 2007. Kanye just dropped his Can't Tell Me Nothing mixtape to build hype for graduation. Steve Jobs announced the brand new iPhone. Boston faced a bomb scare hoax, and 2 California natives released an underground hip-hop classic. Those California natives are rapper Blu and producer Exile, and the underground classic is Below the Heavens, a jazzy and gritty hip-hop album dipped in sunny California waters. Blu first met Exile after connecting with Aloe Black of Avicii's Wake Me Up fame. That's how most people know him, if you know that song. That was Aloe Black singing. And Aloe Black was one half of the duo Eminon with Exile on the beats. After linking in 2003, Blu and Exile worked for 4 years and eventually released Below the Heavens in 2007 through Sound and Color. The album is hailed as a landmark in West Coast hip-hop for how different it sounds compared to most of West Coast rap and also just East Coast rap in general. Instead of G-Funk and tons of features, Below the Heavens relies mainly on blues bars, with Exile's production sounding closer to the boom bap of the East Coast. But don't get it twisted, this is LA music through and through. Let's get into it.
What a great intro. Holy.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Should we just
kick it off with the first song? Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So the first song is called My World Is. The very beginning samples Joni Mitchell. It's just a banger of an intro, so let's hear it.
Yeah, you can hear the West Coast right now.
I could be hustling on the block, I'm moving rocks like it's under construction or really busting for change. Cause I wanna come up out of these boots like I'm Superman here to save the game. And hear the crowd screaming my name. Like look up on the stage, it's a bird, it's a plane. Nah, nigga, that's...
All right.
Damn.
That was My
That's
World
definitely a first track banger right there. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give us some more info on this. Give me some more thoughts.
I just honestly like the thing is with this album, it was like a pretty like DIY project, so there's not like a ton of info about like where it was recorded and stuff. But like I just love this because it's like such a good intro to Blu. Like he'd been putting in work for like a couple of years before this album came out. And I remember too, he was on someone's album. I can't remember who it was, but he was like 20 or like 19 maybe, and they spelled his name like in the feature list as BLUE, and like even though he spells his name BLU, and like he kind of referenced that in this.
That's funny.
And it's like there's so many little things in this
Yeah.
song. It's so cool. Like Nas told me the world is mine before
Exactly.
halftime. Like that's such
what
a good thing.
I was like, when I read the title, I'm like, is this a Nas reference?
Yeah.
Because
And
whose
literally-
world is this?
and it
The
comes
world
before
is yours.
halftime. Like, come on.
That's
It's such-
perfect. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
dude, that's so funny too, because again, I can hear the East Coast, like how people could say this is East Coast influence, right?
Yeah.
But like, dude, it's
It's
so
very
much more
LA.
West Coast. Yeah,
It's
like,
really interesting.
the way the sample is used, it's like much shorter. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It almost sounds like it has like a rhythm to it, a drive to it. You know,
Yeah.
a funk to it. But it's like, I don't know. All the rapping almost feels like East Coast more than anything. The flow.
Yeah. Blue has said like DMX was like what got him into hip hop. Like he'd heard
Yeah.
hip hop
that-
before, but
I
like
can hear that.
when he heard it, he was like, this is like his style. Also, I love how the sample keeps like interacting with his verse. Like, it's nice to meet you. I'm Blue.
That's
like
that's a great example of like that's how you know the producer and the rapper are locked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes a great song even better when it's like stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's why I love like Madlib stuff and stuff like that, where it's just like I don't know, the techniques, the production techniques, the ideas behind it are all connected.
Yeah, you can tell like Blue and Exile really like know each other's styles well, and it makes
Mhm.
sense because they met like years before making this album.
Right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they spent like that entire time working. Well, also because, fun fact for this album's 10th anniversary in 2017, they released like a compilation of like a bunch of like super old songs from like 2004 that they were still working on that got cut from this album. And it's like a whole other album, but like you can hear it's like that early style, and you can tell they were still like working really hard on this album, and it pays off because I think it's such a
Oh,
tightly
for sure.
constructed.
Yeah,
product.
it sounds super tight. Like it sounds very orchestrated and planned out.
Yeah, that's why it's It's so cool just hearing Blue. Like a lot of people don't know him, obviously, but like I
Right.
think like to me, like Blue and like Lupe Fiasco are like Kendrick before Kendrick. Like it's that kind of thing where it's like they're really good lyricists. They talk about a lot of stuff, kind of down to earth, but I mean they're still not as known as Kendrick, which is a shame because
Yeah.
Blue is like I'd
Especially like Blue. Yeah.
say sorry, but for like anyone getting into hip hop, listen to this album because it is like such a good distillation of the art form and like what it means to be like a rapper, and it's so cool. It's just it's insane.
I love how the next song is The Narrow Path too, and it ends with
And the straight and narrow path.
yeah. Do you know what that
I
skit's
have
from?
no idea.
I'm like, what in the world is this skit from? Actually,
Like I always assumed it was like some superhero thing, but I can't find anything about it. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find anything. I'm curious if you could, but like
yeah. Let us know in the comments if you find
yeah.
out where it's from, because we want to know.
Yeah, it would be interesting. I'm wondering too if they just like made it for the album.
There's no way.
That'd be really
That'd
interesting.
be insane.
They do that a couple times in the album where like a completely different song just like tonally like comes in as the outro, and that would be kind of crazy if they made this just for the outro because it sounds like
It
a superhero
sounds
show.
so like crate digging,
Yeah.
like random.
But like where the hell would it come from? Like
Yeah.
that's so interesting to me. Yeah,
I'm sure someone on the internet knows. Some
Probably.
unemployed person probably can let us know.
one of
in
our
the
unemployed
comments.
listeners.
One of our very lovely unemployed listeners. Just kidding. You're not chopped. You have a job. Your grades are good. The huz wants you. It's okay, guys.
That should be our slogan.
Yeah.
Just that
Just a
entire thing.
mantra.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah. I mean, great intro track for sure. I will say it definitely do feel like it's a little dated almost. Like
Why?
it sounds very like it's from like
2000s.
2007.
I can see that. Yeah, it does.
Like it sounds like, what is it? You know what it reminds me of is like some like old like J-Rock production. You know, like
Interesting.
it's just like big, like like overwhelming, like sound wave almost.
It's
like,
very grandiose.
grandiose. That's the word I'm looking for.
Mhm.
And it's not that's a bad thing, right? And I'm sure
No.
that there's different like vibes, because I know that Exile's like a great,
Yeah.
like they
I
have
mean,
the good beats.
He's produced. I forgot to say also like he's produced for like Mobb Deep, Big Sean, Open Mike Eagle. I don't know if you know him.
Nice.
But he's like he's mostly does like a lot of underground artists, but it's his style. The rest of the album is like not nowhere near as like insane as this intro.
Yeah.
I think they were just
They had to
balling out.
bring the energy for the
Yeah.
intro now. So that's why I'm like, it's like, I don't really care that much. Like, I like it anyways.
Yeah.
I'd give this a solid 7.5.
I'd give it an 8. I really like it. It's just like balls to the walls. Like, holy fuck, we're getting started. Like, okay,
The boys are back.
this is literally like boys are back music.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Yeah.
I love how every time we rate something, like whoever's like putting the other person on gives it one thing, and then whoever's being put on gives it 0.5 lower.
Yeah.
That happened like so much with our last episode.
That's true. Wait, yeah. Because what did I give Charm like an 8, right?
Yeah, and I give like an 8.5.
Interesting. Yeah. There are times, I mean, yeah, it's either like we completely agree on a song rating, or it's like they're like a full point or like a half point apart.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because you're just a hater.
Yeah, because I just
Obviously.
hate music
Yeah.
and life. Should we go to the let's go to the next
song.
track.
Next song, like you mentioned earlier, it's borrowed from the outro. It's called The Narrow Path. In this one, Blue tries to motivate the hustlers to never give up. He talks a lot about like California life, the struggles, and the success that can come with living there. Let's get into it.
On some more straight out the park.
Yeah. Oh,
Hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
Turn it up.
I'm already liking this sample.
I love Exile. He's such an insane producer, dude. I don't know how he does this.
Sound, it's kinda falsetto, hello, hell. Welcome to LA, with devils that dwell play. They metal with metal and letting every shell spray.
What the
Until
fuck
they
is this
dawn,
rhyme
make
scheme,
songs
bro?
for
I
the
can't,
long
like-
road travelers and
Yeah.
lost souls
God
afterwards.
damn.
I'm trying to
Living
follow, and
vicious
like I feel like
I'm
my
mad
brain
as
is
fuck, backing up
scrambled
my
right
bags,
now.
hopping back
It's
on the
literally
narrow
like-
path that's planned for us. Right, some of my folks that flow, it ain't easy. Driving down the shallow brick road until it
You got it.
frees me. I need a bit, I need a bat, I need a place to go. To get this shit lifted off of my soul. What up, X?
Who's X?
Who?
Who's X?
Exile.
Oh,
I'm gonna assume it's
I'm
Exile.
stupid.
All right, that was The Narrow Path.
Holy cow.
Damn.
I like this beat a lot better. It's like much more chill for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like it supported his flow and just like the way his vibes are a lot better, if that makes sense.
For sure. Yeah, I think
He
it's
just seemed too like chill, like too macho for like he was being braggadocious still like a little, but it was like he's just like in the braggadocious he's just like, yeah, like I'm just like a pretty like chill guy. Like
yeah, it's really funny because like Exile and Blue are literally like a match made in heaven. Like their
For
styles
sure.
suit each other so well, and it's funny because like they've made 4 albums in 17 years because like for so long Blue was doing his own thing for a while. Like he always works. Every album from Blue is like with a different producer. And some of them are like insane. Like there's one album called York or No York. It's like a solo album from him, but it's like the weirdest. I don't know if I played you the song Slang Bangers. I feel like you've heard it. I played it in my car.
Maybe.
It's like an 8-bit beat, and it's like the weirdest fucking
yeah,
thing.
You have played that
Yeah.
for me.
Blue is like
Most mentally just like
what the fuck am I hearing?
yeah.
And it's so weird because like Blue's like a normal ass dude, but like I feel like he doesn't.
That album cover he just looks like a jolly little guy.
I know.
Just like
It's a
he's
great
like so
cover.
geeked, yeah.
But like
I would say the cover is so dated. The graphics on the cover, like that really is 2007. Holy shit.
it's great though. It's like a product of its time.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it's interesting. He doesn't try to fit into that like backpack rapper mold. Like
yeah.
a lot of people compare him to like the backpack rapper style, but like he is pretty experimental. Like he tries to be. I don't know if he is because he's just a chill guy, like you
Yeah.
said.
No,
but either
I'd say
way.
he's more just like open. He just sounds like he's open to trying a lot of different like styles and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why I love him. But also, holy shit,
Yeah, this song.
dude! What the part? Hold on. I gotta read this out again. Even in summer heat, it gets cold. So we strolling with the heat, and it's cold. What the fuck? Like, dude, it's funny because I've never actually like sat down and read the lyrics to this album.
I
Now
know.
I'm
I'm
realizing
so glad I have Genius with
Yeah.
me right now because holy shit.
I'm like, this guy's insane. Like, what am I hearing right now?
yeah.
Like,
I
what the fuck?
What I liked the Pete Rock one.
Let's
I
see.
also I
Yeah.
like the but like roadkill. I'm still on this road. Bold as any soldier playing his role. I stroll the streets in the cold. I clicked on that right on Genius, and it's like, I think he was like homeless for a while.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He said like he just tweeted like I'm homeless in all caps.
What the fuck? Actually, Homeboy said he was homeless. How long ago was this?
Probably like around.
2012.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wait, that's after this album came out.
I'm homeless. Dude, look at the fucking tweet.
I'm homeless. I'll
Dude,
build you a
I
house.
wish like if anyone who's watching this, please. It's such a weird. Don't actually maybe not. That's kind of rude.
What?
To look, just like go look at this guy's home like tweet that he's homeless.
It's like I.
If you find it on Genius, you can look at it.
Yeah,
It's,
I don't know.
It's very strange.
I just like clearly like I don't know. You know, it's like how can he like I don't know. This is a great like song. It's a great record, and then he like
Yeah.
turn around and be homeless
Well,
5 years
okay.
later? Question mark. Like
Also, 5 years later, they released their second album. Like Blue and Exile released their second album. I don't know when. This tweet says it came out in August, so I don't know when.
yeah, let's fact check this right
Fact
now.
check this, because there's no way. Because that album, I mean, I'll admit, being an underground rapper probably isn't the most profitable thing in history.
What are you talking about? You make so much money. It's just like being a jazz musician.
Oh, sorry. Their second album came out in September 4th, and the tweet was posted August 12th. So he was homeless for a bit before that, I guess.
Interesting.
What the hell?
Yeah, what the helly? It's okay.
Yeah. Also, though, Blue's Twitter is low-key evil, because there was a point in like 2016 where he was calling like Alchemist and the Evidence like white devils or some shit like that. You can look at this up. There was like a beef he had. It was like the most one side. He was calling them like the weirdest shit.
That's
and, like,
so chopped. Oh my god.
It was so weird. Yeah. It was very like he was just genuinely tweaking. Like, and he's admitted like he's admitted like I was not okay. Hold on. Do you want me to read this tweet he posted about it?
Yeah.
He's
Let's
like,
hear it.
At I Hate Lucy, yo, Evidence is coked out right now trying to get as many black children shot because he never knew the P was free. He just tweeted that in like 2015.
What? What the hell does that even mean?
I don't know. Like, he's literally. I remember too. He was on like Drink Champs like a year or two ago, and he was like, "Yeah, I was put in like a mental facility after that because he was just like tweaking the fuck out." Like,
Holy shit.
yeah,
buddy.
he's a strange guy. He's
Love
an
that though. That's
interesting
random.
dude.
Yeah. I was also whoever wrote like the like lyric like the Genius like thing for this, like they're like trolling so hard.
Like,
Because I really like the Pete Rock line, right?
yeah.
So I click on it. It's like the song off Pete Rock and CL Smooth's 1994 album, The Main Ingredient. The song features the perfect old school beat with Pete Rock providing the vocals. To appreciate the song to its fullest, smoke a blunt with it. That's like what the Genius person wrote. I'm like, what the hell?
No shit. Like,
What the hell are you talking about, bro?
Bro, that's the thing with Blue's like Genius page. It's either like no, like everyone's like glazing him or like trolling, or there's like fucking no annotations.
Yeah.
No one, like either no one knows him or like the people that know him are like fucking weirdos.
Yeah. No, but I liked this song a lot better. I think the hook was really catchy. I'd give this. I'd give it an 8. It's like a weak 8.
That's fair. So what, like a strong 7 to a light 8, like the Fantano rating?
Strong 7.5 to a light 8.
Okay, so we'll say 7.6. No, I'm just kidding.
We can't go that.
We're not
in depth.
pitchforks,
Yeah,
sorry,
we're
guys.
cooked, yeah.
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 too. I really like this song. The hook is great. Blue's hooks on this album are like either like really good or like kind of whatever. He doesn't always do the hooks, but when he does, you can like. He's actually not like a terrible singer too. I'll admit. Like I kind of like his singing
Yeah,
voice.
no, I thought it was like really solid.
Trying to tell my folks that
There are some like rappers that'll try and sing a hook, and it's like,
bro,
whoa, that's rough.
you should have gotten like a female R&B singer for that hook, bro.
Yeah.
But like Blue, I think he does
He
it.
pulled it off. Yeah,
All right, you
he
wanna
did
get
me
into-
proud.
Yeah, you want to get in the next one?
Yeah.
All right, this next song, it's titled weird. So it's called So Amazing, and then parentheses, it's Soul, and then like Soul Amazing. It's like the UL is in parentheses, and then the parentheses is Steel Blazing. So Soul Amazing, Steel Blazing. It's a bit of a heavier song production-wise, and like Blue flexes his skills here a little bit, as if he wasn't already. But like he's like just smashing like words and syllables together. It's crazy. The song also samples "Coming Up" by Socrates in the chorus. It's kind of like a way for Blue to show that he hasn't really like forgotten the underground that like shaped him. It's a pretty cool little like honor thing. Just let's hear it. By the way,
All you party people.
Exile does the scratching on this album, and he's really good at
Dude,
it.
Exile, I know he's a good scratcher for Miles Davis.
Yeah,
That has some insane scratching.
it's so cool.
Yo, the soul provider, got a lot on the skillet, grilling it hard boiled, charcoal fillings, the dark villain and the light skinned. What
the fuck? What the fuck?
I love looking at your face when he does that. It's just like, what is he saying? It's so good.
Right, he's like pulling an Eminem, except it's like less corny, just a little bit.
The sun syndicate, fat as Biggie with no pun intended. No pun.
All right, that was the third song. So,
Nice.
They do that a lot on this album with parentheses, like in the titles. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
It's-
kind of weird, but
It's just
I like
something-
it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a fun little like. You can say like you either call it Steel Blazing or Soul Amazing, or So Amazing.
So amazing, steel blazing.
Yeah, holy shit! I just like every song. I'm like I gotta think about his bars, and then he just keeps going.
I
Like,
should have got more sleep last night because I'm like trying to follow this right now, and I'm like, sweet Jesus Christ.
it's just
like immediately at the beginning when he's just like, I got the skillet grilling, hard boiled, charcoal filling, dark villain. Like what? Like what? Like
he's just like this is how he sounds. Like he's just so
say
chill
it
about
in
it.
an Eminem voice, and you're like, wait, is this an Eminem bar? I'm just like trolling because
But, like-
Eminem like OD'd on alliteration.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah, it's really impressive. Like honestly, I was more impressed with the scratching on this track than anything.
Mm.
But overall, it's
Mm.
a solid track.
Yeah, there's like most of the album is either like Blue talking about his past or just like flexing his shit, and like there's most of the time he's usually flexing, just like either saying like how cool he is, or just like fucking like smashing words together, and just like his like I always think like those or I always watch those like rhyme scheme videos for rappers.
Right.
And I'm like, damn, like Blue needs like a whole series about that because his rhyme schemes are just like,
no,
what am I even
it's
hearing?
really solid.
yeah,
I mean, even though I like troll him for like, oh, it's like Eminem, but no, but like it's actually like really impressive. Like
Yeah.
seriously,
I
like he gets away with so much shit. Is the thing was what I would say. This is him like, how much can I get away with? Like that's what he treats like rapping like. Like he's not trying to make a flow or a vibe. Like he's trying to like just like honestly, it almost feels like a troll, but like an artistic troll.
but like it's in like a cool way.
Exactly.
like it sounds cool because I'm just like, yeah, hardcore kill.
No, it actually sounds ass. This is mid. Trolling. I love you, boss.
Oh my god.
I love you, Blue in Exile. May God kill my children.
If I rate this album lower than an 8,
May God kill my children. Today.
oh my god.
Sorry. We're getting so off track.
Kevin Gates, please don't kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love how it's just like, I don't know, it's just soul
chill.
vibes, yeah.
West Coast soul.
A lot of
vibes.
soul themes in this one. West Coast soul vibes chilling. I like the reference of Al Green, mix of Al Green and Pac.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I also love it's funny because he referenced Pete Rock's escapism in the last song, and in the new one, he's like, new Pete Rock to CL is Exile and BL. Like
That's insane.
Because CL Smooth and Pete Rock.
Yeah.
Like that's
Ooh.
really cool. I love that a lot.
That is really solid. I didn't even pick that one up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And again, it's like Blue to me is like if Lupe Fiasco like wasn't like insane. Like Lupe Fiasco, like his rapping is really good, but like his stuff, like you need to like write that shit down and like study it because he says stuff. There's like I remember there's one song from Lupe. It's in like 2018. It was like heart blacker than the back of Fred Flintstone's mouth, because like Fred Flintstone's mouth is like all black.
Right.
And it's like, why would like how do you think of that? I mean, like,
what in the world?
and then like
That's so
he did
weird.
mention like Flintstones earlier in the bar or in the verse, but like to me, Blue is like Lupe, just like a little more like down to earth. And
Yeah.
he's not like trying
A
to
little
say
more accessible.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's
the beats, I'd say production wise is a lot like I would say not a lot more chill, but like more chill than Lupe's stuff. But
Sure.
again, we haven't heard or I haven't heard his other projects.
I'm gonna have to put you on some Lupe at some point. Probably like old, like early Lupe, because when he was
Well,
still. Like,
I've heard
understandable.
Food and Liquor, right?
Okay, have you heard the Cool? I feel like you've heard
I've
like
heard
a couple songs.
I've heard like half of the Cool. This
Yeah.
song 7.5.
Same. I think it's really good. It's solid. Nothing too crazy. There's
Mhm.
there's a couple songs in here where it's like the same kind of thing, but like done a little bit better. Yeah, but let's just get right into it. Next song is called Juice and Drinks featuring Tarak.
Juice and Drinks. I'm already liking the vibes for this one. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So this one is a little more light than the last song in terms of like subject matter. It's kind of this song kind of reminds me of like the Breathe In, Breathe Out of this album. Like that one
Nice.
was like Kanye trying to make a hit on College Dropout.
That's so funny how
Um,
he tried to make like that's not the hit.
Yeah,
off
no,
College
it's
Dropout.
not. And,
No
but
one
like
even gives
it's
a
supposed to
shit
be like
about
super
that
like
song.
party and like hip, you know.
Breathe in, breathe out.
But this song is kind of like that.
If your eyes stop, pull your sleeves out.
Yeah, but like in this one, so Tarak starts it off. He's kind of just like flexing, telling like he's saying like to all the doubters, he's like, "You don't want to mess with me because I'm like really good."
This is
and,
so 2007.
yeah.
This is so 2007.
And then Blue, he's completely switches up. He talks about like his girl and like how like he's a better partner than like her ex was.
Oh,
Also,
damn.
fun fact: Tarak and Blue formed a duo called CRAC in 2008. And he mentions it in the beginning, but they had released their album called The Peace Talks in 2008, and it's not very like good because it's a lot more like comedy and like skits, but also like not too much rapping. It's really weird. It's not what I would have expected from something like that. But either way, let's get right into it. This is Juice and Drinks.
This is exact like breathe in, breathe out.
But like
beat even.
Exile, when he gets weird, he
Breathe
gets weird.
in, breathe out.
Wait for this. There's a lot.
What the fuck?
I love that so much. Like, why'd they add that?
I celebrated while you had it, you know. Put the juice and drank up. A toast to the most in bankers.
What the fuck is this beat actually?
The sound effects.
It's
so good. It's like some arcade game. I don't know what it is. That was Juice and Drink. Or sorry, that was
Wow.
Breathe In, Breathe Out by Kanye West.
What a beat on that
It's
actually.
such a weird
What the
beat.
hell?
Like, we were both-
Honestly, they got away with it. I mean, I'm not mad as more as I'm confused, but they pulled it off surprisingly.
Pew, 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 pew. Like, only Blue and Exile could do that. I swear to God. It make it sound cool. It's like they're rapping
don't-
about, like hard
yeah.
shit.
I don't know. I really loved Tarak. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, to rock.
I really loved Tarak's verses. Tarak honestly carried this song for me.
That's fair.
I would say like honestly Blue's verse on this like combined with the beat, I was like holy 2007. But like Tarak, I don't know. It like I don't know.
Sounds
I like
hard.
his flow a lot better
He
for sure.
yeah. Well, it's funny because he kind of offsets the beat is like the drum pattern. Just like I don't even know how you like recreate. It's so weird, right?
Yeah,
And
something
like the
that.
video game sound effects, and you got this dude who's like rapping like hard shit. Like
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah, he's rapping like some like not gangster rap, but like sort of like just like hard rap from like
It's
2007.
just hardcore rap, yeah. It's
Just
hardcore
like
shit.
breathe in, breathe out. Like he's
Yeah.
like rapping like Ludacris right now, like flow type.
In
you
a
know
good
what I
way,
mean?
in a good
In
way,
a good way. I think it carried this song for me. I
Yeah.
like the hook too as well, but like
Yeah.
I will say, Juice and Drank,
Come on.
2007, bro. Again, but no, I liked it. The beat was just somewhat distracting for me on this.
That's fair. Yeah, they it's really funny because like their second album, that's my favorite person. Their second album, Give Me My Flowers So I Can Still Smell Them. That's my favorite from them. I was listening to it like while I was driving to your house today because I was
At my address.
oh my god,
Sorry.
308
You're gonna have to
Negro
cut that.
Arroyo Lane, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I was saying, but like their shit after this album was like pretty weird. Like there's some like on their like second and third albums, there's some like weird songs. Not like super weird. Like it's still like jazz rap. That's
Just
like the whole
out
thing.
there.
It's just a little more out there because Blue was also getting a lot more out there in like the 2010s. so it kind of reflected
He
that.
got put in a mental hospital, yeah, so.
Yeah. Well, that explains why their third album came out in 2020. But this is kind of like a sign of like, yeah, we can make jazz rap, we can make some like hype shit, but it's gonna be like our weird like kooky thing
Yeah.
that we do ourselves. It's really cool though.
I'd give this like a 6.5 for me.
That's fair. I give it a 7. I like it. It's not one of the like best songs from the album, especially because the next song is way better to me.
Really?
At least, yeah. I like the next song a lot more than this one. It's still cool, but yeah, it definitely it doesn't really add
Right.
much just to be like. But besides, like,
I just feel like I'm gonna forget about this song is the thing.
that's fair. Yeah. Well, I hope you wouldn't forget the next song. The next song is called "In Remembrance of Me." This one, Blu talks about his past, reminiscing on how easy and carefree his childhood was, and how, despite only being 22, he feels like he's already well traveled due to having seen so much in such a short time.
One minute you a baby and the next you sexing without protection, and now you holding a baby like.
What the?
That was
Damn,
actually
I was
insane
just in
jump.
your
I was
shoes.
not ready for that
That's
one.
just in his shoes, teaching him to walk
Bro went
straight.
from 0 to
Honestly,
100.
got a long way to go, and what you tell him now is
You recognize this sample? Looking back, time for that part. Yo. Read the genius thing, bro. Look at it.
Oh, One Love. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What an outro. Wait,
Damn.
this was definitely my favorite track so far on the
Oh,
record.
really?
This is so solid.
5 songs in. Holy
8.5
shit.
off the tracks, or 8.5 off the bat.
Wow. Nice. Okay.
Very nice. I love this one.
Yeah. When they like tap into that like old school like style, it's like really fucking good.
I don't know. I just feel like this one had more like meaning behind it, and I feel like
Sure.
it. I don't know. The title "Below the Heavens," and then I'm like listening to songs. I'm like, what the fuck is the title about? Like, I don't know. It just feels like it felt incohesive, right? This is the first song that I feel like I'm hearing it, and I'm like, this makes sense that this is on this album. It makes sense for the time. It doesn't sound dated, and the messages are really great. I feel like, and like the storytelling is just like phenomenal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because they aren't. Haven't heard a lot of like meaning as to why it's called Below the Heavens. I just always assumed it's like because we're down here, and like this is like real life. And this song is like the one of a few songs like that are like truly like that on this album. It's like one of the best storytelling moments ever. It's like it's so cool because it's just like it jumps between so many points in time. He's like a kid, he's a teenager, now he's like an adult, but it's like
There was jumps, all right, Miles.
holy shit, yeah.
Let's talk. Yeah, let's
break that down.
Let's talk about like the first verse, a couple lines in. 1 minute you're a baby, and the next you're sexing without protection, and now you're holding a baby. Like, damn, I was just in your shoes,
That's kind of fire though. I kind of love that moment. That's like really insane because it's like time
Bro.
flies. Time flies so fast though. Think about that.
There's a lot of time between being a newborn baby and a father, bro.
Doesn't feel like that.
It does to me, bro. I don't have a kid, and it's been a minute. I gotta tell you, and it's gonna be a minute till I have a kid. So
You say that now. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, you're right. I'm gonna blink, and then next thing I know, I'm holding a kid. It's
Straight
gonna be
up.
like, what the fuck?
Yep, that's how it is. No.
Is he a father at the point of this album releasing?
No,
or-
he has a kid, but I think that was like way after this.
really.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He had to have, yeah. He was not 22. I'll say that right now when he had his kid.
No, but I really love this song. Actually, no joke. It just takes you back. It's like I love songs where it like draws from like childhood nostalgia and memories and such like
Yeah.
that.
You know what's so funny too is they did Blu Exile did an interview with our favorite guy, Anthony Fantano.
Ah, fuck nah.
They did an interview with him for their most recent album.
Fuck you, Anthony Fantano.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm not gonna make that joke. But they did an interview with Fantano that was like last year, for their most recent album, and Blu was saying he's like, yeah, when I work with Exile, I just get like super nostalgic. It's like, and that's just what he does with Exile. It's like they talk about like
Yeah,
the
he
past a
brings
lot.
out a nostalgic part
Yeah,
of him.
it's really
Sucks.
cool.
That's sweet.
I love and I love that. And like I feel like you could only really get that from like this kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It really does take a special type of like beat and flow and like certain like storytelling tactics. I feel like to like get that idea and message across effectively, and they
Yeah.
did it really well in this one.
yeah, it's definitely like definitely one of the best songs on this album. I give it an 8.5 as well. It's really cool. It's just like
I love the outro too.
yeah. Like and I love too a lot of the samples mention like being blue, which is so
Yeah.
cool. I love that so much.
That's how you know Exile's doing his homework.
Yeah. It's insane. I'm like how do you find that, let alone like integrate that well? And I love it's also just like slapped onto the end, but it's also like really cool. It's still awesome. Yeah, just get right into the next song. This is also this 3-track run right here from 5, 6, and 7 is insane for this album.
Blue collar workers. I like the title.
Yeah. The next song is called Blue Collar Workers. The song is so it's kind of like about the struggle of like grinding in the underground and how Blue is trying to provide for his girl, even though he can't really do that the way he wants to because he is still just like a blue collared worker.
Right.
And he's working menial jobs. He's still also rapping. So we get to hear about his thoughts on that.
Alright, now it's getting serious. I gotta talk deep down. I know it hurts, but I'm a blue collar worker. Now it's a long road ahead of me. Eyes wide open, trying to rock my flow steadily. Need shit, so don't come to me. And I don't eat dick, so don't come to me. When you see me in a fucking beamer, leave tell these things with winter fever. Your nose itching, hoes wishing he was a.
Sounds like a J. Cole hook.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly, yeah.
Oh my god.
It sounds like J. Cole's first record, like type of sensation.
Oh, that's true.
Holy
Okay, that was.
And I'm like,
Blue-Collar
what
Workers.
is happening at the outro right there?
It's low key like beautiful. I get
No,
like
I
chills.
love it. I love it.
Oh my
it's
God, it
great.
gives
But
me
like,
chills.
what in the world? That's like such a complete switch up.
But that's the point, right? I think that's because this beat in like blues singing is just like, oh my god, like it's insane. Like the production is crazy on this song, and then I kind of love that the outro is just like the most like chill fucking thing ever. Oh, was you watching the music video?
Yeah,
It's a
I
good
just
music
see it
video.
as a music video. Check that out when you have the chance, fans.
It's cool. It's a lot of him just like running, like Blue, just like running around the city and like talking to his girl and stuff. It's cute.
Cool.
Yeah, I really love this song. Honestly, it's like one of my favorites. Probably top 3 for me. It's just so fun, and it's like, it's very sweet. It's sweet because he like cares a lot about his girl, and he's like, I know I'm like kind of a bum right now, but like I still want to care for
We're
you.
gonna
and
be
stuff.
up soon.
Yeah, the I don't eat dick, so don't come to me.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bar though. That's like unfortunately a bar.
Unfortunately, a bar for sure. Holy. No, yeah, I thought it was sweet too. Like, I think I like the verses a lot on this one. Like you said, it definitely sounds like almost Common inspired
Yeah.
in some parts, which I love Common, so that gets a green check mark for me. The chorus, I think, is so corny though. So I don't know. That's just me though.
Damn.
It just sounds like an old J. Cole type of chorus. Like, that's like, bro, like chill, like you
Yeah.
little bro. Like, I don't know. But overall, solid track. I loved the flow on this song a lot. It was a lot easier to follow the flow, I feel like, which
yeah.
like, it's not that it's like better, but it's like definitely, I think, something that like in this case benefited to this song, like the message a lot better, right?
Mhm.
Because we have a simpler chorus, easier
Yeah.
to follow the verses. I think
Mhm.
that worked well.
Yeah, I also want to point out this part specifically reminded me a lot of Common. I pointed this out to you. It's like your nose itching, hoes wishing he was a keeper. Fucked up girl, he was a keeper. Fuck the papers, he was a reefer. Now he's meaning the mean. Like, tell me that doesn't sound like
Yeah.
an old like B Common flow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I
Definitely
love that.
sounds like a B Common flow for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I will say that it's like, oh, he's so sweet to his girl, and then it's like what is it? It's the end of verse 2, and he's like, and I'm a brick house with a thick spouse, pimped out, blue diamond stripped out in my helicopter. Fuck your little Benz, bounce what you think I work for.
Think about though. Keep woofing all you want, girl. I'm in a brick house.
I know, it's like 3 little
Yes.
pigs. That's
tough. I'm sorry, that's
it
tough.
is tough.
I love that.
Definitely a lot to break down in these bars.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's like one of the simpler songs on the album, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really-
but it still
it's
has
still
stuff
like
like
a lot
that.
of stuff like that, and it's like it invites a lot of re-listens or replays. Also, again, outro, fucking beautiful. I don't know why that like sticks.
Yeah,
with me
the
so much.
outro is
It's
great.
so cool. Yeah, this next song is probably my favorite from the album. It's arguably like a lot of people argue it's like the centerpiece because of how just like it like epitomizes the like below the heavens idea. It's called Dancing in the Rain. So it's literally just a story of like Blue. He's like struggling to like write music and his label's like kind of hounding him to write stuff and like but he can't and he just dances in the rain. And it's really cool. So let's get into it.
This sounds the most like jazz rap so far.
Yeah, the guitar is
Yeah.
so good.
Your ass, move your ass.
Nice.
I love the way he says that.
Just move your
body
ass.
wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Just move your ass. Just move your
All right, Miles.
Sometimes
That's
I hate
Patreon
taking
exclusive.
trips to the back. Got my pen and pad, booking instrumentals and smash. Catch the bus regardless. Trying hard to be an artist, but my A&R be calling me out my zone into his office. Being cautious, cause he don't want my record to break. Asking me how I think my project's progressing and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can
Stands
see
in
why
the rain.
people say this is one of the highlight tracks. This is really solid.
This is
Actually,
definitely
such a vibe. I was
is my-
vibing out so hard the whole time.
yeah.
Great beat too.
That is like that's one of Exile's best beats ever. It's so like gorgeous, and it's literally just like a guitar sample, but it's like
It reminds
so
me of like
lush.
Lady Brown, the Nutra
Oh,
Bass beat,
yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
bum, 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 bum. Like
Yeah.
I love like a good old like Wes Montgomery style like old jazz guitar that's just like old electric jazz guitar that's just like peak in a
Yeah.
sample. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think this is the best storytelling song on the album. Like In Remembrance of Me is good. This to me is just like the epitome of like
This definitely is
style.
the best storytelling one on the album, or at least for me so far. I'm gonna give this. I'm just gonna say strong. No, I'm gonna say 9. I'll give it a 9. I definitely am gonna re-listen to this and stuff. I don't know. It's totally a vibe. I love
Yeah.
it.
Honestly, I give it a 9.5.
Holy glaze! Wow.
But only because it's not a 10 is just because the outro is long as shit. And
it's because they got a bridge,
It's-
and I
I
like
know.
the bridge. I've been missing a bridge on this album. I've been waiting for one.
I didn't even realize there weren't any bridges. Yeah.
No, there's been none till now. So
I think, yeah. Honestly, also, the hook is solid. It
yeah,
is
the
a
hook
little-
could have been better, I guess.
Just move your ass.
I was wondering, I'm like, did he even write this hook? Like, it just feels like they're trying to make this song into like a radio song almost.
Maybe. Well, it's also like you can't play it on the radio without it being censored.
Yeah, true.
So I'm like, I feel like if the hook was a little like, I don't want to say it's like crass because like this is hip hop.
Wait, are you serious?
No,
all
but
radio stations are censor all swear words.
most of them. Yeah.
There's no.
they
there's
censor
no
like
way.
most of them. Yeah,
That's insane.
probably would. I wouldn't be surprised if they did censor ass. Because I'm censoring this episode. Imagine.
We're gonna censor. Yeah, you're right. You have fun editing that, Miles. Holy cow.
No. I was gonna say like it is kind of funny too, where he's like this really smooth guitar beat. He's like, "Move your ass," and it's like it kind of.
Your ass.
I love that, but it's also like you could have maybe put something a little more like thematically like together in there.
Definitely.
I-
It could always contribute to the story a little more on this
Mhm.
song. I feel like with the chorus, but
Yeah,
overall it's really solid.
I really like this song a lot, and I can
Mhm.
definitely see. For me, it is like the album centerpiece.
It's got great replayability too.
Absolutely.
I gotta say.
This is their biggest song too. Ironically, like the one that probably
Really?
yeah, not Juice and Drinks, not any of the others. This is like their most streamed song,
Mm.
and I can definitely see why. Because this is like they probably wouldn't admit it but this is totally like the definition of like backpack rap, to me at least.
Oh,
It's that kind of
definitely,
style.
yeah.
But I love backpack rap. That shit is so fire, and it's like
I love backpack rap too.
it's awesome. But it's really,
It's really solid. Yeah.
I really love it. Yeah, the next song is called First Things First, featuring R&B legend Miguel. This is like right before he blew up. Because
Oh my gosh.
he and Miguel and Blue are like childhood friends. They've
That's
worked together a couple
insane.
times.
What?
Yeah.
That's such a random ass feature. Holy shit.
It's crazy, right? This is like pre like fame Miguel pretty much. Or like maybe he wasn't.
Wow.
Yeah, this is one of the album's several love songs. Blue meets a girl, and the song is him trying to flirt. We'll leave it to the listeners to decide if he is successful.
If he rises her up, I'm excited. Let's hear this. This sounds fun.
Let's do it.
Don't think I having sex with you. I'm trying to get next to you, but you being rude. In the club
Dude,
with
we
your
gotta cut
guns
that
out,
out.
shooting down fools.
We gotta censor
Shot
that.
down one, shot down two. Now tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do? It's like
Okay, that was First Things First, featuring Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song a lot. It's a
Yeah,
really
the
good
hook
song.
is really solid for sure. I like yeah, I don't know. I like the first things first. That's my favorite part. And the bars are good. Is he even like rizzing though? It just sounds like he's in his head the whole time almost. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like
sure.
like bro's low key tweaking, but
I
it's
mean,
like I don't know. It's kind of real because he's just like I don't know.
well, he's saying he's like, I'm not like a baller or anything.
Yeah, I'm
but,
not
like,
a baller,
still-
but I'm also not common.
Yeah,
I'm also not woke AF. I'm also not like I'm just like this dude.
yeah, he's just a normal ass like chill guy.
I'm not like other guys.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie that my Benz is in the shop or whatever.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's because he's not like he's not like a baller like other rappers. He's not like a conscious rapper. He's just like a dude who like raps about his life,
Right.
and then that ends up being whatever it is. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think you could take it either as like him trying to flirt or him just like imagining what what to say to this girl, or,
Right.
like stuff he's thinking about her.
I wonder if it's like the "Excuse me, miss" is like a reference, like "Excuse me, what's your name?" Was that song out by then or no?
What song is that?
"Excuse me, miss" by Pharrell and Jay-Z.
Oh, well, it's
I don't think it was actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, that probably
Excuse
came
me,
out like
miss.
late 2010s or something.
Oh no, it came out in 2003.
Okay,
Wow,
so that might be a reference to that.
no way.
I
That's
can either
not.
stop like "Excuse me, miss."
Can you annotate that on Genius real quick?
Should I?
No, I don't know if you have to log in, right?
I am logged in.
Oh shit!
Should I add it?
I don't know how long is that gonna take.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Because
We can do that
that's
later.
just me being a tweaker. Let's connect it to Pharrell.
Always.
No, but overall, it's a solid song. I can't believe the Miguel feature is like on this record. Like I was not expecting that going into this. I gotta say, so I was impressed with that. Very solid. The chorus and the hook is really great too. I kind of wish Miguel maybe had his own like verse or something. You know?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like honestly though, just getting him on a song is like a cheat code
Yeah.
because it's like he's such a great singer.
It is a cheat code because his voice is like an angel's, a baby angel voice. I feel like I'm getting like pure melted gold poured down my ears when I listen to Miguel.
It's great. Yeah.
That was really solid though. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah.
I'd give it. I'd do it as like a solid 8.
Yeah,
Solid 8.
same. I think so too. It's really, really good. I really love it a lot. And it's funny because the next song, "No Greater Love," is literally just another love song. Because this is like first things first. First things first talked about like the beginning of the relationship or like the idea of it.
Right.
This one is about like Blue's like commitment to his current partner, and they kind of even like are looking towards a
Are
future.
they
like,
are
the
they
future.
still together? Do you know or?
I don't know if this is the same person. I hope so because that'd be pretty cool. I have no idea though. But
Well, we
We'll
know
see.
Blue's waiting till marriage, so it probably is.
Oh my god, we do not know that. Oh my god. All right, let's just get into it. Let's just hear this song.
Yeah, nah, cause on the real y'all there is no greater love. But she all natural, cause I don't like my titties fake. And the attitude bitchy, but hey, what can I say?
the fuck?
I love it when
Bro.
I tell a chick to chill and
Low-key
give me
ditty
space. And she
sometimes,
can't
not even gonna lie.
Cause there ain't no greater love. Cause
I'm
on the
glad he
real
clarified.
y'all there is no greater love. People try all the time trying to break us up.
All right, Miles,
keep
now
it
we
high
know.
up in the
Thank
sky, I
goodness.
gotta check it up. Check it up, check it up, check it up. Fucking up my mental.
What scares me is that one day my son will ask me, "What did you do, Daddy, when the ship was going down?"
Wow. So
I-
that was
This song is solid, but I'm trying to figure out the whole time if they were like still together or not. You know what I mean?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It almost feels like on and off it sometimes. Like the whole like, cause there's like one verse where it's like they are, and then one verse where it sounds like they're not, and then like a chorus or I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I do kind of like that it leaves it up to the listener to
Oh,
decide.
for sure. It's
'Cause
really cool.
I always interpreted it as just like he's so in love with this girl, but he also doesn't know, like, he's always worried, like, you know, I could mess it up or like it could go south, but I still
Right.
love you. Also I do like to that both verses start with "fucking on my mental when I think about you." That's kind of
Mhm.
that's kind of cute.
I love in verse 3 when he goes like having kids, getting married, try to lease a house until we can buy one. I'm sure we can find one with a little room for Azulito when the time comes.
Yeah.
You know, so I clicked on it. It's like Azulito is the diminutive in Spanish for blue. So blue is talking about the
The
child
little-
they're going to have.
His son. That is pretty cool. Yeah. I like that a lot. It's a good detail.
Dude, I just can't believe he can like rhyme stuff like that and like find words like that's insane. Like
Yeah.
I just like what a legend for that. That's insane.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like the third verse in general. It was like very moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad that he's like, it fucks up my mental when I think about you and all the shit we used to speak about. And then he talks about like having kids, buying a house, growing old together. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, dang. Like, and
could-
it's like that suggests like it's like that's not going to happen anymore, whether they're still together or not or
Mhm.
something, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's a little melancholic, but it's
Mhm.
still kind of sweet. I also do like the Common bar. He's like, same feeling when I first heard "Calm Bust." I used to love her, but I found other kinds of. Cause like Common song, I used to love.
Yeah.
H.E.R.. That's cool. I like that.
Wow.
I kind
I
of
didn't even catch on that one.
Yeah. Well, you just gotta know these things, Eli.
You just got to listen to more rap music, Eli.
I know you're like a huge rock guy, so this is
I know
new for
you're a
you.
huge country fan, Eli, so I know you're a huge ska fan, Eli.
There's like
so
an
I'm really,
alternate
like-
universe where you like hate hip hop and you're like a country, like rock, like pop guy.
There's an alternate. That's so chopped.
That'd be so insane.
We're so cooked for that.
You gotta think about this stuff.
Overall, I'd give that song. I really like the storytelling of it, but I feel like at some points it was like not. I don't want to say boring. That's too harsh. But sometimes I just wasn't following it as much. It wasn't as engaging.
Mm-hmm.
So solid 7 for me.
Sure. Yeah. I'd say I give it a 7.5. Because you're wrong and stupid and no.
Because your opinion sucks and I'm right.
No, it's I really like the sample. The sample is really cool.
The sample is great.
It's,
honestly, the beat is phenomenal.
I
on that
love the way
track.
they like stretch the voice out. And I think it's really well done.
I love how we like forgot to talk about the skit.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck was up with that. I completely forgot that was even a part of the song.
Random skit, bruh.
Like, I get it's like
Wolfman,
I'm more
the
scared of-
Invisible Man.
I'm more scared of like, well, my son's gonna ask me when this shit was going down. Like, what? What?
Yeah,
what are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
about?
I'm not really sure how that connects, honestly.
I don't. Yeah. I would have assumed it would, if there was gonna be a skit, it would be like about like a woman, but this is about like a child. I guess also because he did talk about his son a little bit, or
Yeah,
his
but
potential kid.
It's a stretch, dude. It's just weird. It's a stretch.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe they explain it some other place that I just didn't find because all their interviews are like super fucking hard to find. I swear to God, there's so many. I was trying to research. There's so many articles from like old like hip hop pages and stuff that are just like gone because they're like old as fuck.
Really?
Yeah,
That's messed up.
I know they don't archive the pages and
You
it's
gotta
really
use
weird.
the Wayback Machine.
Sometimes I don't archive them though. It's really
Yeah.
strange. Also, the Wayback Machine is like slow as hell, and it barely works sometimes. Please, Internet Archive, fix that. Calling
I
you out, right?
forget the camera's there. I'm not gonna lie. I
It's
haven't
good.
looked at the camera
I've been looking at the camera
for
a
like
lot.
for like 6 years. Hey fans, we're doing video too.
Well, all the best ones don't ever look at the camera.
Really?
No, I mean, I
Is
don't know.
that true?
No, but I'm saying, I mean, turning the tables, I'm trying to think. Don't do that. They're like
Did you
the
see
gold
they
standards.
met Denzel?
Yes.
What the fuck is up
Dude,
with that?
they met Mavi too. They interviewed Mavi and Denzel. I'm like, holy shit. That's insane.
How the hell did that happen? I want to know.
That was a crazy clutch.
Yeah, insane clutch.
Yeah. Okay. This next song, for some reason on Genius, it's called Good Life, but on like Spotify and Apple Music, it's called Show Me the Good Life. It's featuring Aloe Black and Joseph. Dude, I know you're like a huge Joseph guy, so this is gonna be
Dude,
great.
I love Joseph. Oh my gosh.
So this song is kind of about like the darker side of LA and like the difficulties that can come from like living there and trying to hustle and like trying to grind and like make something of yourself in like a pretty extreme environment. Let's hear it.
Yeah. This is the story of wealth.
I just like sometimes the beats are so choppy. I'm like, I feel like I'm like lagging right now.
That's that weirdo shit that Exile does sometimes.
Yeah.
I got a call from my girl last week. She telling me about that time of the month and how it may not come. Dropped the phone right
shit.
before
Whoa.
she said I might have a son.
Rough
And I
start.
started asking God how come. I got dreams I
Why?
ain't shit. Ends it ain't me. Fuck you, Exile. For the record, I don't like Exile. I like his beats. His beats like me, but he doesn't like me. So that's a relationship.
I know that's Cap. I know that's
literally
Cap
me and
right
Eli.
away. Yeah, that's pretty much me and Miles.
I don't like Eli. I like his podcast. His podcast likes me, but
I
don't
like his
I don't like Eli.
podcast. I don't like Eli. That's hilarious. It's a good old like 3 verse, 3 feature, just classic run right there is what that is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it definitely it sounds definitely like older, which I like. Although it's kind of weird. There were a lot of like electronic like bleeps and boops.
Yeah,
in the
I will say
song.
like there's just a lot going on production wise in this song that I wasn't super crazy about.
Fair.
But I think the verses did a really great job. I loved how, they had the Aloe Black verse to break it up in the middle, but they kind of like went from like different perspectives of like what needing to provide for someone, They went from like a child's perspective more to like almost a parent's perspective in the second verse.
Mhm.
And then like in the third verse with Blue again, we kind of have like a supplying for like your girl type of like perspective, I feel like
Yeah.
almost.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. It was cool to see the different perspectives and ideas, based off this theme. The beat I wasn't crazy about. The bars were really solid. The last Blue verse sounded a lot like the first couple of tracks with his flow, just like kind of like going off again, going crazy, just flexing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also think the chorus maybe was a little boring and a little long, but
Sure. Yeah. I will say the outro was super weird. I still will never get over it. It's just like the chorus. I was looking at my phone. I was like, holy shit! There's like a minute left.
yeah,
And
the
then it's like-
outro is so chopped.
It's very weird, and it's kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, but
The outro just like made me tweak is the thing. Like it wasn't even like whoa. It was just like what the fuck. Like I literally said I was like what the fuck is this?
it's like you got like this very smooth like sample and like some nice vocals, and it's like this super like scuzzy like wall of noise.
Scuzzy is perfect word to
I
describe
love
it.
that word. I love using that
Like
word.
you little scuzz master, little scuzzter.
That's no one who says that.
I don't know. I'm just making it up.
Dude,
I love you.
You're fucking tweaking, bro. You're so.
Okay.
You need sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
Do I?
No, I'm kidding. That's what you said.
I am sweepy.
I give this song a 7. It's a cool song. It definitely makes me like real like. It explains why people like this album so much to me because it's just like, yeah, this is my life. I'm talking about my life.
Yeah,
And
he
I'm-
just talks about his life, which
and, like,
I kind of love the vibes.
yeah, it's like I'm gonna flex a little bit because I'm a good rapper, but also like
It's
my life is
almost
kinda
like
hard.
giving like "Call Me If You Get Lost" vibes, or like,
Mm.
but like less braggadocious, or maybe more like Chromacopia vibes sometimes.
Yeah, he's just talking about like
Just
himself.
like yapping.
Yeah, that's why I love Blu and Exile as a duo. They're probably like my favorite rapper producer duo. Sorry.
Love yap rap. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Well, okay,
Favorite rapper producer duo. Wow.
maybe they might be
Are you serious? Oh.
over what? Like, okay, I'll admit,
Doom,
like,
Madlib.
okay, that's okay,
Freddie
okay.
Madlib.
Okay, here's the thing. Like, Mad Villainy is probably a better album than like every Blue and Exile
They did
album.
only do like
They
one.
only did one album. Freddie and Madlib have done 2, and the second one is not as good as the first. I'll be
It's
honest.
still solid.
It's okay.
though.
It's pretty
solid.
good. Not compared to the first. The first one. Completely.
First one is elite. You're
Yeah.
right.
It's just that for me, like every.
Okay,
Blue
what about like Alchemist and Larry June?
Fuck Larry June.
I regretted that as soon as it came out of my mouth. As soon as I said that, I'm flashing back to like a month ago when I said Larry June is the skim milk of rappers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that, Miles. That was a disgrace to Blue and Exile. My apologies.
No, that's funny. No, but I would say like maybe Boldy James and Alchemist are up there for me.
Okay, yeah, I
'Cause their
would agree with
projects are
that.
really good.
Boldy James and Alchemist have really good projects.
I just want to say though, every Blue and Exile album for me is like a minimum of 8. Like they're all insanely good, at the very least. And it like, for me, that's why
May
they're my
God
favorite.
kill my children if this is not an 8 for Miles.
Oh God, No. You'll see. You'll see.
Right now this is like a solid 7 for me.
Okay, that's good.
It's just like the high points have been really high, but the low points have just been like so. It's similar to the Clear album. The low points have just been mid,
That's fair. Yeah, I wanted.
and it feels too inconsistent.
You think?
Like so far, I don't know. Like you're right about that 3-track run. Like 5, 6, 7 were really solid, like really solid.
Mm-hmm.
But like then like I don't know. I feel like First Things First was just like a worse version of like No Greater Love almost at some points. Or like,
Oh, you like No Greater Love more?
I like No Greater Love more than First Things First, honestly.
Wow.
I just felt like First Things First was him like tweaking to himself, and like even though it was like funny, it was like, dude, like you need help. Like I was like, what?
Oh my God.
Like he's freaking out for what? No, but it's real. It's real. I guess I just like don't. I just can't relate to that like as much. I guess.
Sure.
No, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it finishes strong, right?
Yeah, I mean there's some later songs after this one that I really enjoyed. But yeah, overall, I give this song I give it a 7.5 because I like the sample.
I give it a 6.
Wow, damn, you fucking hate
I don't.
This. No,
I
I'm
just.
kidding.
I'm not a fan of the sample. It just was like overstimulating to me.
Okay, that's fair.
honestly, right now.
Yeah, I also love the part where Blue's just like shitting on Exile. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I did like that
Fuck
little
you,
part
Exile.
of the outro. That was funny.
Yeah, I just love Blue's voice. To me is so like nice to listen to. It's really funny hearing the later projects from them like after their second, because his voice gets like audibly deeper and like heavier.
Yeah, he sounds young in this.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not gonna lie.
because I think he was like 20 or like 22 when they were making this.
Right.
So it's like, of course his voice can change. But
Miles
it's really,
Davis, he sounds like a man.
yeah, it's really funny. Him and Lupe. It's why I compare them a lot, because like Lupe's voice. If you think about like
Yeah,
Touch the
Food and
Sky,
Liquor is like, or
well, Touch the Sky. His voice.
yes. Guess who's
And then
on
like Drill Music
third?
and Zion, it's like holy shit, this is like the same guy.
Yeah,
It's really interesting.
the switch up is crazy
But it also is like a really cool marker of like where they are in their lives.
for sure.
If you listen to the first like the compilation album from 2017, the songs on that, like while they were making this one, he sounds even younger. He sounds like he's like 19 or like 20. It's crazy. But anyway, the next song is called Simply Amazing, specifically with a apostrophe. This is another skill flexing song. Blue is like hating on like weaker rappers and like all the doubters. I really like the beat. Also, this is another song where you gotta like pay attention to the rhyme scheme because it is insane. This is probably one of my favorite like flow like rhyme schemes that he has on this album. It's really cool. Oh shit! Did it disconnect?
Switch it. Press the little thing in the left.
This.
Eli's laptop.
Okay.
So all you
There we
talking
go.
all that
We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you like this.
Hey yo, I'm trying to make these niggas go bonkers. From London to the youngest in Yonkers. You SoCal residential lyrical monsters. Having diamonds and pearls like you homo rappers. Y'all some go-go girls with your go-go gadgets. Exposing
Wow.
with your holding
Homophobic.
like
We
your
don't-
soul
we don't
matter.
condone that.
I got a go get it mentality. The game is full of homos backwards. Mo hoes and rappers. No
So good, dude. That's
Bro.
so good. I love that. We'll talk about it.
Still riding on the back of the
I gotta say, these outros are a lot more interesting than Uncharmed.
Mm,
I like that.
they do. Yeah, they care about the outros a lot, which I really like.
It's not just a fade out.
Yeah. Holy shit. I love this is like one of my favorites. This is definitely like top 5 for me.
Yeah, this
It's
is a
so
really
cool.
This is like braggadocious, but like better. I
He
don't
can-
know.
you
Like,
can
this one
feel
doesn't
he's
feel
like-
dated.
yeah.
You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
one just like feels more timeless to me.
Absolutely. I love, dude, I was saying like bonkers, yonkers, lyrical monsters ripping a concert, put your hands till your arms hurt, walk the earth like God works in mysterious. Like, dude, and it's so fucking. Hold on. There's a couple. There's just I want to read some lines because there's some
Yeah,
really fucking
These
good
bars
ones.
are actually insane.
Yeah.
These bars are insane.
just
These cats are really swinging tonight.
hold on. The game is full of homos backwards mohos. Like, come on, that's tough. I love that shit so
That was
much.
low key like Sly.
That's
That was
kind of fire. Like, I love that too. I just
homos backwards is mohos.
moho. It's not literally backwards, but
Yeah.
it's like you flip it.
Because I was like reading that, I'm like so confused. Thanks for
Yeah.
explaining that. I was like,
Of course, yeah.
I
It
was
does
like,
sound kind of weird. Right?
almost.
Almost.
I was like somos. Like
So yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
yeah.
I love how each verse kind of has like its own like concept to it. And I
Yeah.
really loved verse 3 with like the like
Oh, for sure.
child
verse
support like type of ideas and like child custody
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But it's like for like music.
for the
It's for his
bars.
sound,
He's
it's
like
for his
protecting
bars, yeah.
his child of music. The other one too, the line, the third verse. It's fuck a knife. I'm pulling text out for war because I ain't get a cut in. Fuck y'all think Exile is for. God
Yeah,
damn.
what a bar.
God damn.
I don't like Exile. That's what he said.
Fuck you. I don't
Fuck
like it.
Exile.
I like his beats.
I like his beats. His
He
beats
doesn't
like
like
me.
me.
He doesn't like me.
It's
No, that's
so
actually
good.
insane. This is like one where you can clearly tell they like, you know, they're running
Yeah.
duos on this hoe
For sure.
for sure. They're running duos.
Dude, oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I give this an 8.5. This is a really fucking solid song. I love this one a lot.
Solid 8 for me for sure.
Okay.
Definitely solid 8.
Yeah. It's nothing too crazy, but like this is he also sounds like a lot more like passionate
Yeah,
and like
he sounds-
aggressive. He's like
yeah.
really getting into it. Like
This sounds like post dancing in the rain. Like
absolutely.
sounds
Yeah.
more confident.
Yeah, this is like a kind of a I don't want to say better because I did like My World Is, but like My World Is was kind of like braggadocious, but like it wasn't. He couldn't really sell
Yeah.
that. This is like he's being
He's
like
selling it,
aggressive and
yeah.
like passionate, and it's like it works. Yeah, it's just a solid song. Not too much to say, honestly. Let's get into the next one. So, this song is called "Cold Hearted," track 12, featuring
Another one with Miguel.
Miguel. We love Miguel over here. So to me, I've always interpreted this song as kind of like a sister song to In Remembrance of Me, because Blue is kind of like rapping about like his childhood, but it's in like a much more like vivid descriptions. He talks about like the nostalgia's kind of like rubbed off, where like he doesn't really view it as like as easy as carefree as he once did. And then Miguel's kind of just like singing about like, you know, looking for the small things, trying to be positive. It's like a kind of a darker song, but it's still really cool. Let's hear it.
Life is cold, cold as pain, pain is growth, and every single rose sees rain and the rain goes. But my womb, show the room where my pops be. My mom's mom screaming for help. Myself hot as the sun, cold-hearted and young. A dumb kid with a gun that I got from my pops. Top drawer.
It's like I'm in church. What the
I
fuck?
know. The layer, Miguel can layer his voice so
His
well.
harmony it's so free. It's like the easiest free throw ever.
That was really solid.
I really like that one a lot. Yeah. That's definitely one of the best, like one of the better storytelling songs again.
I just like when I hear this, I'm like, why did you need the other Miguel song? You know what I mean? It's just like this one sounds like this. Is what I mean by it's just like inconsistent to me.
Mm.
It's like there's tracks like this and there's tracks like the one before where I'm like, this is just a better version like than
Of
a
another
song that was
song?
already
Oh,
done on this
wow, yeah,
record.
yeah.
I'm like, let's cut it down to brass tacks here. It's all Goodman would
Damn.
say.
Yeah.
But this song is really impressive. Definitely, like I really like how Blue kind of went like more like emotional with it and
Mm-hmm.
told that like intense story of his childhood.
Yeah.
And I think the beat was really strong and like served to this whole vibe and message really well. And I think it was a really strong song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I didn't even realize that he had just one verse and the rest is Miguel. But like
Yeah.
he splits his verse like really nicely, where it's like him. He got a gun from his dad's door and his dad was abusive and he's talking about all that. And then like the second half of the verse, he goes to like storytelling where he's like talking about someone else, like how a dumb kid, like a different dumb kid with
Right.
a gun ended up getting killed. And it's like, it's just really cool. And it's like, that's why I love Blue so much, because he can spit like such vivid stories, but also he can just like do so many other things. with
I'm
his verses.
surprised like he hasn't been like, I don't know. I just don't feel like he's like recognized or that well known
Absolutely
for his
not.
like verse work.
No, not at all.
And it's like insane. It's actually insane. Like it's really good.
Yeah. I'm also, I mean, it does make sense because this album was not promoted well at all. Like the label it was released under, like they pressed like 3,000 CDs. And even then, like for, I think just recently too, like within the last like year or two, Blu Exile just got like they can finally make money from it. Like they weren't even profiting from this album because of like some contract they had. And now they finally like can start making money from it. It was just like not released well at all, so it like flew under the radar for a lot
That
of
doesn't
people.
make any sense.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's weird.
Yeah, and like it came out during like the blog era, like 2007.
Yeah.
So it should have gone crazy, but like it just didn't. And I really wish it could have, but also it is kind of cool that it stayed like
A
this
little
underground.
underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little underground gem for you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But yeah, I love this song a lot. It's really cool. I'd give it an 8 because I really.
I'd
like the
also give it an
storytelling.
8. Miguel, like, the
Crushed it, dude.
storytelling,
Oh my
Miguel crushed
God.
it. Harmonizing with himself, layering with himself, perfectly wonderful.
Yeah, yeah. This is Miguel harmonizing is such a cheat code. It's so
Yeah,
free. but
Free,
It's like
free V-Bucks.
It's so like why not use it if you can,
Mhm.
right? This is the second one of the last 3 songs on the album. We're almost there. So this song is called "The World Is," parentheses below the heavens. So it's kind of like my world is, the world is. It's like a little circle. So this one, this one's got like a lot of jazz horns. They're like very like punctuating blues verses. He's talking about like heaven, like whether like that be like what he thinks it is or like what other people have told him it is. Also, fun fact: "The World Is Yours" by Nas is
I was
interpolated on
about
the
to
hook.
say.
Yeah, "The World Is Yours" by Nas interpolated on the hook. So Blue is like doing it, and also at one point he does reference Gangstar, the duo.
Nice.
Guru and DJ Premier. So it's like a very old school style song. It's definitely one of my favorites. So let's hear it.
His voice sounds so much deeper.
Yeah, he can make it sound crazy.
You can call it hell, but bruh, I just say I'm below the heavens.
Oh my god,
Nice.
he said the thing.
He said the line.
Say the
Wait, I
line.
think that's a reference to the Below the Heavens album by Blu Exile.
Oh, you know what? Yeah,
Wait, I think he might be referencing The World Is Yours by Nas on this album.
Nas.
By Nas. By Nas Reed.
By Lil Nas X.
By Lil Nas X. was gonna say, is that Miguel again?
It is Miguel.
My goat.
Hmm.
I could feel the honey dripping in my ears. No Diddy. Okay,
Yeah.
I love the reference of "The World Is Yours" by Lil Nas X. It's definitely one of my favorite rappers. I'm sorry, I had to. Overall, great track.
Yeah.
I
love
will
this one a
say,
lot.
I want. Yeah.
What?
The second half of this album is so much stronger. Like, okay,
Oh, you think?
what was it?
I
Like
agree. I mean,
the 5, 6, 7 track run was great, but then it's like, I don't know. After like Good Life or Simply Amazing, like I don't know, all these themes are just like so much like better communicated like than in the first half. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And this song, I'm like, this connects the most to the title. I feel like, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Obviously, having like the name of the title in the track name, but I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Why couldn't we have like an album where it's like focused around like religion more so, or like I just feel like there could have been some easy ways for him to even just try a little bit to tie the themes into the other
Sure.
songs.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by it just felt like not continuous. I want like a Is He Real type of project here if we're gonna title it Below the Heavens and then do this song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always kind of interpreted Below the Heavens as like it's this goal we have, but then like we're still on the ground. We're still on Earth.
Right.
This is still like real life. Like
Maybe it's just like encompassing everything below the heavens, right?
Yeah, that's kind of what
It's
I
not
interpreted it
focusing on the
as.
heavens, and this is just one aspect of that.
Yeah.
But still, I don't know. I just feel like that was like not. I don't know. It wasn't communicated enough. The theme of the album, I just like, is like inconsistent.
Sure. Yeah, I think we definitely could have gone without like a couple of like the more just like whatever songs where it's like we're not
Right.
really talking about like love
Juice
or
and
family.
Drank.
Probably could have cut that. As much as I like that song, we probably could have cut it.
I'm not saying they're bad. Is the thing like the production is insane. I could never produce or rap anything like this in my life, even
Mhm.
if I dedicated myself to it. Right.
Yeah.
But it's just like if we're talking about the album as a whole,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? As this singular like project, I'm just like, those are the weak spots for me.
Sure. Yeah, if this album was just about like family, religion, like California life, it probably could have been stronger. I'm wondering if you would like the sequel album to this. It's called Love the Ominous World. It's their album in 2024. It is that it's like 12 tracks. It's a lot more trim and it's a lot of more just like it's more grounded. It's kind of like the sequel to this album and it's really good. I wanted to put you onto this one because this is
No,
like their
I'm
landmark.
glad you did, because this
Yeah.
is like, it gives you context.
Yeah, but I'm curious if you would like that album because that one's a lot more just like talking about like family and friends and like California life.
We might have to check it out.
That might be one of the next ones I put you on to. But yeah, I still really love this song. This is definitely like my third favorite after like Dancing in the Rain and
Yeah, this one's
Simply
really strong.
amazing.
I enjoy it a lot too. Definitely, I'd say top 5 for their album.
yeah, I really love this one. Just the horns are so good.
Yeah,
It's funny because like the way Exile produces, I can't really describe it, but it's like the
it
way,
has a signature sound.
yeah,
It's more choppy, is what it is. He uses like shorter like phrases, which is funny. I think that's kind of what gives it the East Coast vibe. But it's more so like an East Coast vibe of like Public Enemy or something like that. Like where there's
Yeah.
like a lot of short little things going on at
Mhm.
once.
yeah,
Except like it has this West Coast feel to it, and like the grandiose like aspect of it all, and like the parts that Exile chooses to like use in these short little snippets are all like the biggest swelling parts of the songs.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Versus if this is like a Public Enemy record, it'd be like one bare bones 12-second clip of like just like the keys and the drums or some like that, or like a Mob
Yeah.
Deep like type of like
Mm-hmm.
like Shook Ones. Like that's just like literally the simplest part of like, I don't know what they sampled. Maybe
Yeah.
they made it up themselves, but it's so bare bones. And like where it becomes West Coast, I think for me, is like the grandiose overproduction.
Yeah,
of it,
yeah,
almost.
I'd say so. Because West Coast compared to East Coast, at least in like the 2000s and 90s, was very much like
Yeah, like
West
you
Coast
hear
was
this
like
in Mad Lib
big.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the East Coast was like super grimy and like dark and like minimalistic.
Mhm.
This is kind of like a good middle ground. I feel like. 'cause
Oh,
it's-
for sure.
it's really cool. It's what I
Definitely never heard anything like this, especially
Yeah.
like if you hadn't told me this is West Coast music, I'd be like, where the fuck is this from?
Yeah, 'cause
I'd really have to think about it. I'd probably guess like somewhere like South, honestly.
yeah. But I think for me a large factor of this album of my enjoyment is the fact that it's like West Coast like boom bap.
Mm-hmm.
Like they weren't doing what a lot of people in the West Coast were doing at that time, and that's what I love about it. But yeah, I love this song. It's probably like a 9 out of 10 for me. I really, really love this song.
I
It's
give
so
it like
cool.
an 8.
Okay.
I enjoyed it a lot too. Just like, I don't know.
To me, I really love the old school aspect of it. I don't know. This to me is probably the most like 90s sounding song
Yeah.
on the album. Like the drums and the horns and like, cause it's funny. Exile finds the weirdest shit to chop up. Like he doesn't
For sure.
do a lot of horns. He does a lot of like guitars and like keys and like really weird vocal samples. And it's just kind of like a pretty like straightforward song for him to like produce, but I kind of love that about it.
Right.
Like we're probably gonna have a song like that at some point on this album, but yeah, I really love it. This final song, we don't have to rate it because this is kind of like the end credits where Blue's like thanking everyone. It's called "I Am," or sorry, "You Are Now in the Clouds" with parentheses the Coochie Monsters. That's his high school crew. Sorry, "I Am" is the bonus track. We'll get into that later. But yeah, this is "You Are Now in the Clouds" with. It's kind of like last call of this album.
Oh.
It's not as long as Last Call. It's like 3 minutes, but like he's mostly
Last
just like
Call is way too long.
I think it's kind of cool.
I like it.
I
but
can't
it's
ever
just
listen
like
to
Jesus.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
I
is,
like the actual like rapping. I wish they made it separate, like the like yap part and the rapping part. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
For
Yeah.
Last Call.
Yeah. This is literally just Blue talking and being like, "Thank you so much to all these people who helped blah 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 the album," and we can just go straight from that to the bonus track, which is called "I Am." That one's just a kind of a silly, like not silly. It's a little more just like fun and goofy. Like Exile hops on the mic to rap for a little bit, and he's a really good rapper. I kind of wish he rapped a few more times or something because he's like
Yeah, I'm excited to
insanely
hear
cool.
that.
Yeah, so we'll just go straight and do these two songs back to back. But yeah, let us hear it.
Yeah. Y'all gonna fly? Come on, float up there with me real quick. I'll let Miguel take him up there. Just clap your hands to it and shit. Feel it like that. Nasty.
Was Miguel part of his high school crew?
I don't know. I don't know how they know each other. Honestly, I'm assuming they're just like childhood friends.
Keep Miguel going on that shit. My nigga Diz was in the house too. You know what I'm saying? I'ma let him get on the drums.
I love it. We're just like gorging ourselves right now.
I know. I don't know why. As soon as this track came out, I'm like, I'm so fucking hungry.
This is like the end credits though, so we're like pretty much done. Except I Am is 7 minutes long.
Are you serious? Bruh,
Yeah, fuck you. We're in for the long haul.
this shit better be good.
I like it.
I'm proud of the man I is, and I'm proud of the man I become.
Who was that? Who was that?
My friend Jules' uncle-in-law.
What the hell? He's a rapper?
It's Logic.
Oh my god. Alright.
Y'all know the name.
It's crazy, bitch. He be thinking he all that and shit. I be
Yada
like,
yada yada.
fuck that nigga.
Yapping
Shit,
away,
when I
the
was
whole
on
world
that
keeps
shit.
yapping. I weigh $160 on the scale, and I stand 6
I
feet
think
and
I weigh
4
more
inches.
than Blue.
Light-skinned son of a pimp with no bitches. A nigga with a vision to rise above the limits I was given as a child, trying to dwell amongst the clouds in the
It's number 2 pencil, no eraser for corrections. Exile's been selected. Girlies get erections, popping out with knife slicing wifey C-sections. I see sections of my life be correct.
Okay, but I always be blue
Like I always be the D crew.
What?
Crazy,
Yes, sir.
right? Yeah,
Yes,
it's
Blue
insane.
with another track to
It's insane.
express truth.
I write in Reading that turns blue. It's blue when the book closes.
That outro
Okay.
sounded like 9 times out of 10. We listen to our music at night.
So that's Below the Heavens by Blue and Exile.
Nice, man. Nice final project. Seriously.
Yeah. I don't, okay. I love this album still, man. This is such a great
No, I think
fucking
it's-
album. Oh my god.
I think I think both artists are extremely talented, and I think like they did a great job communicating each other for like what the songs needed. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
I think I just feel like if you took some of the songs and then made them like a B-sides or bonus tracks,
Sure.
this would be peak. Like I'm not saying I didn't want to hear them. Like I'm glad they exist. You know, the ones that I feel like were the low points. I'm
Yeah.
glad I heard them. But it's like I'm just saying like if they polished this record a bit more, if the label took the release a little bit more seriously, man, I just think this is like it has an insane amount of potential for me.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. I think personally for me, I just love, like, I've been listening to these guys since like early last year, but like everything they do is just like fascinating. And this album is just like insane. It's not my favorite from them. It's my second favorite. But this album, I think, is truly like a landmark in like West Coast hip hop, underground hip hop. Like no one to this day is doing it like Blu and Exile.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
crazy.
You can't. There's not stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's just like I can see why so many people love this album because it's just like so real. It's like kind of gritty.
It is so like that's what I will say about it. The flip side of it not being so as polished, right? Is like it is so real. It is so authentic to the times and
Yeah.
you know what their producer, what the rapper are going through at those
Absolutely.
times, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that brings a like more level of like raw emotion to it that maybe you would lose. So, you know, that is a flip side of it that I really appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's so cool. Like everything they do, I'm fascinated by it. Like it's especially how long it takes between albums. I mean, like their next album came out in like 2012. And this one came out in 2007. But also their second album was like put on Bandcamp. It was like unmastered. It wasn't mixed well and like and then they remastered it like the next year, but like it was a whole thing. It was really weird. But these two are just
Kind of sounds like they're both out there a little bit, just different, doing
Yeah,
it different. That's why I
absolutely.
like it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, like Blu has been doing his thing for years, like,
Right.
and every album from him is just like completely different, and it's like always with a different producer. So it's like, it's just always something new with him. And Exile, he's not as like prolific as Blu, but like when he makes music, it's like it's something you want to hear, and it's just like really cool shit.
Yeah, I can't believe like I gotta check out Exile more, especially because I see that he like produced for Capital Steez and stuff like that, which is insane.
Yeah.
I would love to hear like Steez on a verse, like or like on a beat, like something off this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could definitely hear like, especially in I Am, which I really enjoyed that track, even though like it was long. I actually thought it was really solid, and like when they like traded bars back and
That
forth,
was crazy.
so fun, so good.
Yeah, like Exile's like a crazy
Yeah,
good rapper.
it's actually really good rapping. I'd give that like definitely like an 8.5. Like I
Same.
enjoyed it a lot.
Same,
And the
absolutely.
beat, you can hear how they've progressed to the like because I have heard like one song off their newer album, or maybe it's a single,
What is
but I have heard a song from 2024 by them. You can hear how the sound has progressed to that from
Yeah.
that song. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The rest I was like, this does not make sense, but I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's really cool. That sample, by the way, was called "I Am Blue" by Grover from Sesame Street.
Nice.
So that's why the voice sounded super weird because it's Grover. And like I love to also like "I am blue" like that like
I
ended
am
some of the bars.
blue. Yeah,
Like-
that was so tough.
There's like this girl's gonna leave. Like I can't remember what it was.
And bitches I jocked keep teasing me till my balls turn blue.
Yeah, like that's good. I
That's
love.
evil, but kind of like unfortunately a bar.
They do that a lot, which I love.
Yeah,
It's so cool.
I'll let them get away with it because they low key cook, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like everything from them, even though it's only like 4 albums, it's anyone who's listening to this and is interested, please listen to everything because like every album is completely different from each other, but they're all still like consistent. Like I can't imagine them doing like any other kind of sound because this is just like too perfect, and it's probably why Blu like and Exile didn't work together for a while, at least like on an album, because it's like they needed to like experiment a little bit, and then when they bring it back, it's like we're gonna get into this like nostalgic mindset or something. I don't know. It's really cool though. Yeah, love this album. Overall, I give it a 9. I love this album a lot. I love it so much. It's so good. What would you?
This
would you say?
record, solid 7.5 for me.
Okay.
I would say a week 8.
Okay.
A week 8.
Okay.
Strong, really strong 7.5 week 8. So let's go 8. I'll go 8. I'll go 8.
Go 8? Okay. All right.
I would say it's good. Again, I have my issues with its like
Absolutely.
the flow of the album, the polished parts of the album, but I mean clearly you have to give them credit for this is clearly an earlier album for both of them,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And like as far as one of their first records being like this
It's
is
pretty crazy.
insane,
Yeah.
right? So when you look at it from that perspective, it's like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. I feel like
I just like I don't know. I'm really interested to like listen to the rest of their stuff now because I don't know. I hear so much potential in this that I'm just
Yeah.
like I know it could like be even better is the thing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what just makes it like I wish I didn't know them at all almost because then I'd be like I feel like my opinion would have been a little different. Like I would have thought higher of this.
Yeah, I will say their second album, "Give Me My Flowers While I Can Still Smell Them." It's on the. I accidentally started playing one of the songs, but it's that album especially is probably their most experimental in terms of their sound because they're like Exile was like doing a lot of like keys and like electronic sounding samples. There were still like normal instruments and like vocals, but Blu's rapping on that album was so weird. That is his rapping on their second album. Pretty much the rest of their discography is a lot more like abstract and like just weird. Like there's some songs on there that even when I've read the lyrics, I'm like, what the fuck am I hearing? Because it's just like so strange. But it's also like he's probably saying some really profound shit. I would love to put you on to more Blue and Exile at some point. Probably their fourth album. If you like this album, their fourth album. Also to the listeners, you should listen to that one if you like this one because it's really cool. But yeah. Thank you for listening to this album.
Thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the video.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for more video content as well.
Video content.
Video will be here.
Yeah, tune in to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube every Friday and check out the Good Music Podcast. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening.